kicked from behind with the baton, being punched in the kidneys.
With me now in the Melbourne studio is the Victoria Police Assistant Commissioner for Operations, Brian Church. Thanks for coming in, Brian Church. Was this justified? Is this a normal way to break up the demonstration over the closure of a Victorian school?
It's not the normal way we would respond to a picket line and a demonstration, but we believed it was necessary given the intelligence that we'd received about possible violence that would occur and some of the people that we've observed in the crowd at that particular site. Yes, well, the police are claiming that there were agitators involved in that crowd. Are you sticking to that claim? Certainly, we've identified some of those people, and they're well known for their violence in past demonstrations. You keep claiming this intelligence, and of course only when hospital and police reports are checked out can this be confirmed. Certainly it has been denied by the demonstrators. However, even if we were to accept this, is this a justifiable way to treat such people? Well, we believe so, but I've had some discussions with the Trades Hall Council with John Halfpenny this afternoon. He's, like me, concerned that these individuals have become involved in a protest and a demonstration that's really no business of theirs. Who are these people? Well, they're a group that call themselves the International Socialists, and they've been known in the past to really hijack quite legitimate protests and demonstrations and try to turn them around into violent confrontation. Were they behaving violently? Well, they weren't behaving violently, but there was every indication that we were going to have a violent confrontation. And as I said, we've also had intelligence that that was likely to be the case, and we also recognised a number of people there that have in fact been involved in violent demonstrations in the past. I'm not in the business of having my police used as punching bags. They're there to give lawful effect to the rule of law, and that's what we're attempting to do. And do you think in return that for a crowd to be used as punching bags is appropriate? We weren't using the crowd as a punching bag. It wasn't a crowd. It was a group of people, including amongst that people were some people who've got no interest in the rule of law. They've only got interest in their own points of view and do seek to confront lawful authority on all occasions. Was it not a legitimate protest? Well, there were elements of it that were legitimate protest, but the only legitimate protest that the law recognises is one that's peaceful, and you cannot blockade premises where other people want to gain access. That is unlawful. But isn't that what a protest is about? Well, you're saying that the protest is by its very definition unlawful. I don't agree with that. We have a very good relationship with the trade union movement, and we go through a certain process with them. We followed that process on this occasion. Notwithstanding that, people chose to sit down, to lock together. They chose to barricade themselves. Every indication was that they were going to violently resist our attempts to move them. So just to sum up, despite today's injuries, you would do the same thing again in the same circumstances? Let's have a look at the score, shall we? 14 police injured, 2 demonstrators that I know of injured. So you would do it again? If necessary. If the demonstrators, we've given them the opportunity now to control the disruptive elements. We've given them the opportunity to have resistance. And if that works, that's fine. And we would hope then to be able to scale down the police operation. But if it doesn't go that way, we'll continue to use our tactics and use other tactics as well. Brian Church, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thank you, Jennifer. Victoria Police Assistant Brian Church. Next, our most talked about politician, Bronwyn Bishop, on those